Hey, finance enthusiasts. Inflation is one of the most stubborn problems in human history. Governments sometimes try to fix it by law, but the results, well, they often backfire. Believe it or not, 1,700 years ago, Roman Emperor Diocletian tried the same thing, setting prices by law. Spoiler alert, it didn't go as planned. Today we're diving into one of the boldest price control experiments ever, Diocletian's price edict. Can law really stop inflation, or does it just make chaos worse? Let's find out. So, picture Rome in the 3rd century AD. The empire was in an economic mess. Wars, plagues, and falling production had pushed things to the brink. In our previous videos, we talked about the main causes of inflation. Too much money printed, production drops, and expectations going haywire. In Rome, the state kept printing money to pay the soldiers, whose salaries made up about 30% of the total budget. And the silver in the coins? It fell from 95% to just 0.5%. No wonder prices shot up, people's buying power plummeted, and markets were empty. This severe economic pressure left Diocletian with limited options, pushing him toward drastic measures. Now, meet Diocletian. He became the sole ruler of Rome in AD 284. An ex-soldier with a strict, disciplined mindset, he focused on strengthening the army and bringing order, unlike some previous emperors. His goal? Stabilize the empire, reform taxes, and organize the military. To do this, he created the Tetrarchy, splitting the empire into 4 regions, and implemented military and tax reforms. Inflation was still raging, and the rapid loss of coin value created widespread panic among citizens and merchants alike. To address this in AD 301, he issued the famous Price Edict, attempting to restore stability to markets and protect ordinary people from runaway prices. This edict was massive. It set prices for over 1,000 goods and services across 32 categories. For example, wheat was fixed at 100 denarii per modius, pork at 12 denarii, olive oil at 15 denarii. Soldier boots were 120 denarii, wool tunics 50 denarii, silk 200 denarii. Even services were included. A barber's haircut was 2 denarii, a stonemason earned 50 denarii per day, and mule transportation cost 200 denarii. Break the rules, and you could face the death penalty. These stone tablets were sent across the empire, quite the bureaucratic feat. But here's the catch. Rome was huge, and local officials couldn't enforce it. Take Egypt, for instance. Setting wheat prices there was nearly impossible. Merchants hid their goods, black markets flourished, and regular people couldn't buy bread. Production declined further as merchants avoided selling at unprofitable prices. The imbalance between supply and artificially low prices worsened the crisis. Historian Lactantius even described this period as one of blood and famine. Price control might sound fair, but markets run on supply and demand. If there's no profit, production halts. Think about it. If money increases but goods stay the same, prices go up. Fix the prices by law and merchants lose money. They produce less, sell less. This is exactly what happened under Diocletian's edict. Shortages worsened, black markets expanded, and ordinary people suffered. This isn't just ancient history. In 1971, when Nixon froze prices in the U.S., gas lines and shortages happened. In the Soviet Union, state-set prices emptied shelves and rationing became mandatory. And in Venezuela, food and basic goods controls emptied markets and boosted the black market. These examples show that even modern governments can struggle with the same economic dynamics if they ignore incentives and production realities. So, what really drives inflation? 3 main factors. 1. Too much money in circulation. 2. Falling production. 3. Distorted expectations. Diocletian blamed the merchants, but the real culprits were monetary policy and a collapsing production system. The edict only patched the symptoms. It didn't fix the problem. And the lesson? Even today, managing interest rates, production, money supply, and expectations together is key. Freeze prices alone and it won't work. In short, Diocletian's price edict was well-intentioned, but it crippled trade. Inflation didn't stop. It got worse. So, do modern governments make the same mistakes? Is fixing prices really a solution, or just a temporary band-aid? The broader takeaway: understanding how incentives, supply, and money interact is critical for any economic policy to succeed. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And in our next video, we'll dive into the decline of the Roman denarius and the rise of the solidus.